Hey, morning guys, it's Jermaine here. And honestly, what a week it's been. I feel like it's been moving so quickly. We've had some great time, hopefully, on the vlogs that we've been doing. And yeah, I think Sunday morning, we're back at it. We took a bit of a break yesterday. And today I'm just kind of moving through some elements of our morning routine. So I thought what we talk about a little bit today is what kind of a morning routine may look like, some of the components that we kind of follow, just to kind of help get those days started a little bit better, and how we kind of put a bit more rigor and I guess structure and effectiveness into our days, right? So let's get into it. I'm just going to show you a load of random things that I'm working with here. So the first thing that we do, and I mean, massively recommend this if you're really trying to get yourself grounded and calm in the morning, is meditation. So I've just got my other phone here, and you'll see the number one app, and it's about the only app that I allow notifications from in the morning, is the Calm app. Daily Calm is the winner. So literally every day, you've got the Daily Calm that will show. Perfect for me. And then if you choose to, you can kind of click on to meditate and just go through a number of different activities. So first thing in the morning, meditation is a way of, firstly, I guess, reconnecting with the natural world around you, because the encouragement is to be calm, relaxed, breathing, to absorb your environment, but to importantly clear your head. And you know, when you think about all the different challenges that you can sometimes face in life, the different stresses that you've got, that idea of a clear head and that kind of real open-minded attention is unbelievable. So Daily Calm is probably the best place for us to start our day. Highly recommend it. So another really important and effective activity then to do kind of first thing in the morning is to actually spend some time doing some journaling. You know, when if you reflect and just think how lucky we are to have health, to have family, to have all the things that we have in life that make us feel comfortable, you know, we're really pretty blessed. And actually capturing that is a brilliant thing to do. So a lot of people, you may see them with it, they will have these things called gratitude journals. I mean, here's mine. It's nothing too fancy. It's just a regular book. But all I do, I just write down a number of different things that I'm grateful for, repeated. I repeat for 7 lines. There's no real rule around it. You know, repetition is one of the keys, cornerstones of learning. So actually, I just find that repetition really works well. 7 times seems okay. Do it more, do it less. I don't think it really matters a huge amount. But it's just the act of kind of doing that meditation and then going into a little bit of journaling. It's pretty effective, feels pretty good. And I think at the end of it all, your mind is in a place where it's pretty calm, it can feel pretty relaxed, and you've got this different type of perspective because you started the day in a way being thankful for things. And that's really positive. So, I mean, just looking, I mean, I know we're now on a Sunday morning, right? So a bit of what we do is a little bit different because Sundays are really, tend to think it's quite calm, quite a relaxed day, and it's a good day for a lot of learning. So I'm just going to share with you a few of the things that we're reading and let you know why. So first things first is just, you hear them talk about commercial awareness. And look, for anybody who kind of works in the business world, or for any grads, you've heard them talk about commercial awareness. You need to kind of have it, stay up to date, understand things that are happening in the world. And importantly, think about how they impact what you're currently doing, the world you currently live in, and the choices you currently make. So, you know, we've got The Economist. You know, my honest view is it's probably gone downhill as a publication a little bit. Recently, I think the journalism is not quite where it used to be, but we still stay up to date, so I'll be having a good read of that. Another book, this was recommended, I can't remember where this was recommended from actually, but this book called, Disciplined Entrepreneurship. Oh, there is a great book that I'm reading, I may have mentioned it before, or I was reading, I finished it recently, called The CEO Within. And it's basically written by a guy who I think he founded a big tech startup in the States or something, sold it off, and then had a bit of a role kind of advising different companies and startups and CEOs, crucially, on how to kind of build big companies, how to run them. some of the challenges you face when you're scaling, all that kind of thing. So it's a really practical view of how to be a CEO. And of course, if you're there, you're running your own businesses or you've got your own ventures, well, you're a CEO, right? So there's an important amount of learning that we need to do with that. I try to buy all the books that get recommended, and Disciplined Entrepreneurship, I'm pretty sure, was one of the books recommended. So this is going to be key reading for me for the next few days. I'm really looking forward to getting started on this book actually and getting into it. Another interesting little one here, I'm just going to go a little bit deeper on for a different reason, is everyday business storytelling. So if you caught the daily news, I think from maybe Wednesday, I went through and explained a little bit actually about this book, the fact that I was reading it, and just some of the lessons I took from it, you know, kind of took you through the what I'm calling the cover structure, which helps explain a good way of starting to tell stories. So I think you talk about the kind of the context, the business opportunity, what your vision is, explain your vision a little bit, and then talk about the kind of resolution, you know, what you need to happen in order to kind of make things come to life. That cover structure, I mean, that's kind of how I thought it through, but it was very heavily influenced by this book called Everyday Business Storytelling. Now, since Wednesday, actually, one of the people that I manage has grown a bit of an interest in looking at the effectiveness of storytelling and how to get better at it. So one of the things we're going to do in our mentoring sessions is actually just kind of go through some of the exercises in this book so we can try and help her. So me going through this now in even more detail is going to be more so I can kind of do that more teaching, mentoring, coaching role in my day job, which would be pretty fun. Another lovely thing that we're going to try and kick off this morning a little bit is an activity called Letters to My Child. So when Theo was born, my mum bought us this, bought me this little box, and what you do is it comes with these small envelopes, and so these small envelopes have got a number of different things that you should reflect on and write down to share with your child. So for example, advice I wish I'd been given. And what you do is, if you open up the envelope, it's just got this really nice little piece of paper here. You can write down the advice wish you'd been given, pop it into the envelope and seal it up, and then later on in life, your child can open it. There are actually quite a lot of these things. Advice I wish I'd been given, your first major milestone, being pregnant with you, things I love about you, on your first birthday, things I'm grateful for. Well, that fits quite well what we do. So we've got this amazing box, and there are a few more as well. But we've got this amazing box, and I'm a big believer in I want to capture as much for Theo as possible, so that I can actually just pass that on to him, and it will be something that maybe when he's 18 and he sits down with the old boy, we can sit there and I can give this to him, and he can enjoy that moment with his daddy, you know, and we can have that moment together. So that continuous kind of giving back to my boy is massively important. So Letters to My Child is also part of the routine. And for me, this is almost like a meditation in itself. You know, it just puts you in such a good place because, you know, when you're dealing with your kid, it's just all love. Thankfully, so it's all love. And then, you know, guys, the rest of it is kind of pretty much BAU, and you're going to be pretty much used to it. So, you know, we've got our book, You Can Succeed. We've got our Twitter series at the minute TikTok series, where a lot of what we do is we're taking quotes from the book, sharing them with the community, and kind of giving our interpretation about what the quotes could mean, or different ways of interpreting. It's been a really, really great way just to engage with our TikTok community. I know a lot of our Facebook community are loving it as well, so we're really happy with that. So I normally come to you kind of at least once a day from the book. And then I watch a huge amount of YouTube. I was reading this thing a little while ago, and it was just talking about how YouTube is basically, it's the biggest, think about it as like almost like the biggest TV station in the world, right? So think about the amount of broadcasters, the number of different channels you've got on there, the fact that you can find every instructional and teaching thing on there. It's a mad concept. And as soon as I appreciated that, it then just seemed obvious. YouTube is the place where I should be getting most education from. I mean, still obviously read loads, right? But if you can absorb enough quality info from YouTube, you are going to be learning at scale. And that to me just made huge sense. Learning at scale, yeah, ticks the box. So I've got a couple of iPads. I've got my Pro for business, but I always have my old iPad, and this is only for watching YouTube. And I watch huge amounts of YouTube every day, continuous learning via YouTube. Can't recommend it highly enough. And if you want any channels, any good recommendations, just drop a comment and I'll happily share that. And the last thing I'm going to do is my banking. So I've got my wallet here, not opened that for a while. And the thing I do, like I'm always looking at money. But Sunday, I'm definitely going to make sure everything is going to be lined up. So that's what we're going to be doing indoors, guys. Leanne and Theo are kind of off doing some bits. We were just Theo and I have got kind of, I'm just pointing through there because Theo and I have got our desk area set up side by side. So him and Daddy share an office. So we're big believers in having that kind of shared space, and he comes and sits with me and does his work, whatever that may be. So they've just gone. They're doing a few bits, I think building a train set. You can see what I'm going to be about today. I've already done some calm. I've done my gratitude journaling. We're going to get some reading going, get some writing going, watch a bit of YouTube whilst we do that. I'll probably come on TikTok a little bit later on today. Because the other thing that we've got to do, and this is it's a really important element of how you kind of run your portfolio and how you get your routine going, is around the investing side, guys. So on Wednesday, obviously, and Thursday, I think you joined me twice, and we were going to a property. Still a little bit more to be done there. So we've got some admin to do around that. We did a little bit yesterday, but I need to take a bit of a rest. We're going to kick on again today. So we'll be doing some property admin as well, and also in the crypto space. So what's been fascinating is obviously the rebound of Bitcoin. Look, Bitcoin's on brilliantly year on year, obviously. But what's been brilliant recently is how the price has been rebounding and what that means for our portfolios. I'm not going to go as far as saying we're back in a bullish streak. I don't want to go that far. But what I can say is that portfolios are ticking up. I think the last I checked, I think I was up maybe about 10 or 15% over the last month or so, which is really positive. Hopefully we're going to see a bit more. I've not looked for a while, but what I am hoping to do is actually maybe trade a few positions, but definitely top up the bag, because there are a few coins that I kind of want to look at a little bit closer. So that's a question. I'm probably going to do a bit of that later on when I do my banking as well. I normally do all of this on the phone, so I can just jump on, quickly manage my crypto portfolio, top up my bags on a few coins, and then we go from there. So that's it, guys. An insight into what the routine looks like, the kind of disciplines that we have in the morning, and why we do certain things. You know, it's just one to share with you, because I think if you've ever been feeling like you can't quite get going, one of the best things to do is to have structure. But of course, one of the hardest things to do is to know where to start. Well, hopefully just giving you a little insight into what we do here gives you a few options. You don't have to take on everything, but you may love the idea of doing a little bit of meditation. Maybe you like the idea of reading it like part of a book. And perhaps you want to do a little bit of gratitude journaling. Well, that's brilliant. 3 good things, take it away, and then you can put them into practice. Take the models, guys. I mean, that's what the whole point is. That's what the whole point really is here. These are just models to help give you a perspective on another way of doing things. You know, and then of course, what you can then do is to look at your own situation, think about what you value, think about what feels like it's important to you, and then you can kind of adapt some of these ideas into your routines for hopefully better results. So guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so we'll be back on with the Avoiding Broke Daily News. We'll be in the papers, we'll be in the press, see what's going on in the world of money, careers, and well-being, and we'll hit you up then. All right, guys, until then, if you want to hear more from us, just connect up on Twitter or TikTok. We're going to be there throughout the day. Look forward to chatting to you soon. And if you're new to the channel, guys, of course, please smash the like, smash the subscribe. All of your support really encourages us and really helps us get more of this hopefully uplifting content out into more hands. All right, guys, till next week. Or no, till tomorrow. I'm not talking about till next week. Till tomorrow, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.